everyone, it's Gayani. Welcome to my channel. This is a video for entrepreneurs and startup people and anybody who have question about contracts. I'm gonna name it five things not to do with the contract, five sins not to commit with the contract. So, as I said before, I am an attorney and this is for educational purposes only. And if you have specific question, please see a attorney that specializes in this area. And if you like to connect with me, my information is below. So number one is not having a contract. So in US, this US relevant to US. If you have a partnership, if you and your friend goes decide to do something together, that's called a general partnership. So if you don't have a contract in place, if you're having some issues and run into some disputes, that's going to be difficult. So having a contract is very important. Number two, not understanding the contract. So these days you have a lot of things you could get off the internet, but here's the challenge. If you're trying to put a contract together, a contract should be something that both parties agrees on and understand what it entails. The language in contracts could actually be backed by some case law. So if you pull a contract that was meant for something else, so from a different state, and you live in California and the contract was something from Florida or somewhere, that law might be irrelevant or wrong. So you should always know what's in the contract, the terms of the contract, and what you're providing. And if you're the person who giving the contract to other person, and if you ever had to litigate, you are considered the drafter or the one who provided, even though you got it from somebody else. So you cannot claim you didn't understand something that's in the contract. So it's really important that there is understanding. Number three, that there is a mutual benefit to both. There's an exchange of services versus what you pay for. It cannot be one-sided thing and the other party doesn't get anything. So you do want to have something that of value that being exchanged. And sometimes this come into effect when you have existing contract and you're trying to update the contract, but in the new contract one party gets something added on but doesn't give anything, so then it may not be a valid contract. So it's really important to know that what that is. And also number four is that you there's an offer and acceptance for a contract. Both parties have to sign and agree. So you do want to make sure that there's an actual document that you both agree and sign and to form that contract. Because if it's done where one party send the information and then the other party have had a question and they never, then they think, oh yeah, it's done, I agree to it. It's not, because when you send something, a question or something, that could be considered a counter offer. Now that other party had to agree to that counter offer. So there's some things there that you want to look out for. And number five, I would say, is that with contracts, you want to have, there's some essential things that should be in a contract, like the effective date, how you're going to terminate. Not having those is a problem. So you could have a term for the contract. You could decide that it's going to be a 2-year contract, but you could also have it set up that if there is some kind of a breach, a problem, you could terminate it immediately. So that language, how that is in there, is important. So those are five things to think about with a contract, and I hope that helped you with some of the things you're doing. And if you like to connect with me, my information is below. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you next time.